Hello, hello, good evening. We are back. Good evening, good day, good morning, wherever you are, I guess. Yeah, I started the stream a little bit earlier. I was a little bit worried about the weather. As you can see, it's still storming behind me. So I waited a little bit longer to go online just to make sure that I still have power and Wi-Fi and internet, I mean. And we still have, so it's pretty, I'm happy with that. Um, yeah, just gonna wait for some people to just come in. Um, yeah, just gonna ease into it. There are a few things that I'm looking at for the New York PM session that it might maybe not be very advantageous to really trade. So, but it's always good to do some tape reading, I guess, and maybe prepare for tomorrow and just see what happens. Yeah, I'll give it a little bit of time. Where did my check go? That's weird. Check here? No, it's not check. Where's the text? Oh, okay. I see. I gotcha. I gotcha. Okay. So, I think a lot of people maybe because it's Thursday and it's not been very nice market so far. The M sessions were very manipulative, I guess. So let's give it a few minutes. Meantime, I'm gonna have a tea because it's so cold. I mean, it's really ridiculous. It's really cold here at the moment. Yes, might be a short stream today. Though. Just check what else is going on. I started like 15 minutes earlier. Mm-mm. I did. Confusing people, I guess, when you start early. Good short list. You can hear the storm, right? Crazy weather. Oh, let me quickly check something. Hold on, I'll be right back. Just need to check something. Okay. Gosh, it's so cool outside. Crazy. Hey, wanna have a look? So, let me just start a little bit with the analysis. I can always repeat it. So what I'm looking at right now is so I put the opening range gap on my screen. It's a yellow box, and just want to point out that we just, completely filled it, and it just stopped there. But another thing that I notice is when it's Thursday, I always already look into the TGIF, so so the 20, 30, and 40% of the weekly range. And what you can see here is this is the 20%, this is 30%, this is 40% range, and we are hovering now exactly between the 20 and 30%. So that's also very indicating already that, we might not have to expect something. Now, sometimes it could reverse, it could still go down, and then I do have a sort of a strategy for that, but that is that is something I'll just let's see if it happens. I might make a shorter video on it, but because we were bullish and now we have but it could be that we just have a retracement today and that we go up tomorrow again, and that we have to extend the range and then go back into the range. It's all possible, but for today, I don't think there's much going to happen. Oh my god, Totally. So, I thought let me just quickly go live. See if some of you are here just to say hi, even though we might not have a good trade or something. And I might even be shut down anyway because it's been raining and storming quite a bit. So I'm just sort of waiting that everything is going to be shut down or that we're going to lose the internet. So that's why I'm also like, let me just get online now because I don't know. I've got this feeling that it's amazing that we had one power outage, it's a very short one today. Everything came back on very quickly, which is very exceptional, especially if if I'm suddenly gone, you know why? It's because of the weather. It might take a day then, or it's going to be soon, most likely tomorrow back on. So it's just staying in this opening range gap right there. So I'm just see it now. Hmm, I can grade it as well. I do have to grade it on other. Oh shit. Sometimes I'm in this OBS screen trying to do stuff, but it ain't gonna work. It's not going to work. Oh, again, I'm in OBS. What's wrong with me? Maybe I should. Maybe it's a sign that I need to go to somewhere else. Mhm. It's already Friday. Time goes fast, really. It's amazing how fast. I know I have the gardener. He comes once in 2 weeks, and it's so crazy that every time when the week before he's not here, I'm like, okay, well, I can remember the next week. Then the second week comes, I'm like, is it already 1 week or 2 weeks? I'm always mixing it up because I can't. It's crazy. And then I see it's like you guys were here yesterday. Now let's see how your time frame is going to be. So ICT today on X, he pointed out that the first percent fair value gap is not the one the tiny one. It's the bigger one, right? So I guess even with no news, I thought that it was sometimes there was. I thought he mentioned somewhere that if there is news, then you have to take the bigger one. But apparently, it's so we don't have news today. Or was it tentative? I always forget. I need to double check it. Today it's 2nd of October. No, there's no news. So I guess it's always that. If you have a bigger one below it, we just take the bigger one. We take the bigger one. Oh, I know why. My internet, because this is on Wi-Fi, that's connected to the router. That's why that's stable. My other things are not. Oh. Hey, Penguin, how are you? I thought I'd come on because we've got such bad weather, and I thought I might lose internet and Wi-Fi. So before I lose it, I might just come say hello. So how are you doing? How is it? How has your day been? Have you been trading anything? I have a little bit more on my chart because I just want to show you something. No, you're good. I mean, it's not a good day. So I'm going to take it off, but I want to show you like the opening range gap, right? So that the gap that ICT went over yesterday is a yellow box. So the 650, the 415 close and the 930 open, right? And you can see exactly that the price just hovers in it. But more importantly, on Thursday, I take the weekly range and I already calculate the TGIF ranges. And sometimes what happens is that we already go into consolidation because we're in the ranges. And this blue line is the 20% of the weekly range, and this blue line is the 30% of the weekly range, and this one is 40% of the weekly range. So we're already in the TGIF zone. Now, obviously, we can go out of it again and take the high again, and then we extend the range. But sometimes when on Thursday, we bounce around between these two lines. I'm going to take the opening range gap off because I know I have to keep the charts clean. But I just want to show you that, you know, how it's held again. So, yeah, I did take a trade and on my um, evaluation just before I got on, and I gave it back again, and then I won a little bit again. So I'm just a little bit up, but not. I'm staying out now. I really don't like this. Obviously, because we're also in this range right now, and we're in the TGIF zone. So those blue lines here, right? So let's see if we get out of this range here, these two lines, and otherwise it's just going to hang around. You know, it's Thursday. It's the Thursday before NFP. We've got a really weird NFP because of the government shutdown. I don't know. It's just really weird. Um, so no, I tend to mostly lose on week one. It's my worst week, so I try to not do too much. But if I see a good trade, I do take it. But I mean, you know, also with this weather, I'm a little bit afraid that if the internet goes out, I cannot get out of my trade or something. You know, it's just yeah. So you know, you have to be careful with that, I guess. Um, yeah. So no, it's really. But yesterday was a nice day, right? I really liked yesterday. So I don't think it will be a long stream. I just want to come up, say hi, and just uh, hang out a little bit, and then come back maybe tomorrow, I guess. This could go on all day, right? Yeah. We have a consolidation here as well. Let me see. This is from 2 to look. This consolidation time is from 2 p.m. till 8. So that's 6 hours consolidation, right? Now, when did we start here? 9:40. Now 6 hours is still three, right? Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not expecting too much of this session. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to next week because October is starting. Um, yeah, I'm actually. I think we. I almost got the self and the highs, but I wasn't concentrating. Why did you not? How did you know it was going to fall? Did you take it from the top, or were you getting in? I'm on the 5 minute. Let me get to the 1 minute. I wasn't at the market. Well, if you, do you use the opening range gap? Yeah, that's good. Um, well, it's best to skip Thursday and maybe in Friday. Sometimes you get like a relief when it's like when you have the data coming out. But now because there is no data because of the shutdown, it might be really weird. So I think I'm going to stay out as well. Only paper trade until next week. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not going to take any risk. I mean, it's just, on a good week, I can pass my evaluation in one day, literally in one trade. And when it's not um, my day or not my setups, I'm just, it's just, it and you feel it and you're just fighting something. And when everything is all right, you just, I always do it literally in one trade. So I'm not going to force anything. Yeah. The only thing I can do is lose the evaluation. Mm. What are you doing, Dolly? It's crazy time here. It's so weird. It's really it's abnormally cool for the time of the year here. It's actually never this cool. So everyone is really a little bit like, what's going on? Summer is starting and yet we're all freezing. So deep premium right at the open large displacement lower and opening range gap lower and equal lows, and I felt so yesterday that rally was up too much. Yeah, we needed some maybe just a little bit of yeah. I've just journal the trade, and next time you'll catch it, right? If you see it over and over happening again, and this is so ugly. This back and forth. This is typical for this today, right? So I'm still trying to build a model around the 2 a.m. move. So I'm just collecting data, and when I have some more, um, maybe some more model, really just strong models within in London, like really based on certain times and things like that. So working on that. Um, and yeah, also in this AM session, even none of my models played out. It's all it's all just heavily, really weird to be honest. But anyway, yeah. Just chilling, watching price. Now we did leave equal highs again, right? So who knows? We might even go up later today. People are getting wrecked. Yeah, I'm sure people are getting wrecked today, especially in this area. This is just horrible, right? This is just back and forth, back and forth. Go long. Yeah, they think, oh my God, now we're going up, and then it just goes up in a little area. Oh yeah, in London we were looking for those suspension blocks, and let me see here. I see one. Here's one. Here's one. There's so many of them. That's the problem. I hope ICT is going to give a follow up on that one. We need some more information. But let's. So this one matches up with time, right? With the midnight and. Oh no, this one is not one because it doesn't have on both sides. I need better glasses. I'm getting. Oh, see. Why don't you do that instantly? Let me see if I can see any. So they need both a volume and balance. Oh, here's one. This one here, right? Let me mark it. Okay. Well, that doesn't do a lot. Maybe it does. Now, are we going to reject here and go down? Is that a possibility? Hmm. So 4 hours is 12 o'clock, and the 4 hours until 2. So we're here. Okay. If you look at the 4 hour, just looking at, I'm just thinking we might go into that wick in that 4 hour wick. So I'm just going to calculate that. I have 17. What's the other two? So it doesn't look 17. Okay. Are we going back to 144? Could be. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, uh-oh. Hey, look in the 4 hour. There, I see a suspension on the 4 hour. Or on the 1 hour. But if you, it's a 4 hour wick. Oh, it's not. No, it's not a suspension. I'm sorry, it's not. No, they are overlapping, or is it a very? Or is it? Yeah, it is actually on both. Um. Yeah, I think 144 might be in the cards. 136, somewhere in that area. Are we gonna go up 124? Hmm. Oh, ga weg jij. No. You're so naughty. Equal highs from 10 o'clock. Let me have a look quickly. Equal, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you would think that it might go up a little bit, right? Or at least it's going to take out those highs it created in the AM session, right? Well, this weather makes me so tired when it's raining all day and wind and rain. I used to have that back in the Netherlands as well. I was always tired there. I need sun. My body goes into hibernation when it's cold, literally. I'm like a hedgehog. Maybe there's S&T. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one to check. Thanks. Oh, we did take out on ES. We took out the last two lows. Let me see, what did we do? Yeah, ES took out some lows and NQ did not. So, but then again, yeah, it's raining, it's wind, it's storms, it's all day like this. I'm just, but it has been for almost 2 weeks now. So I did go to the beach yesterday to have a quick walk, but then the wind picked up again. So it's not really fun at the beach when it's like all the sand in your face, and it's like, I want to, lay down and just have watch the ocean, because there's whales passing by. They're migrating to the other side, so I wanted to see if there's any still going. But then I'm sitting and like all the sand in my mouth and in my ear, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so I left again, and it's been like that for 2 weeks now. And yes, we have rain and wind in when the summer, but it's not cold. It's like, we have subtropical weather here. But yeah. Uh, oh shit! See, that's because my cat comes on the desk all the time, and she ruins it. That's why. That's what happened. So she walked on, and then she just didn't fall at that moment, but she already um, got the cord already a little bit up. Okay, here we go. It should be fine. Should we stay? No, 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 never. I don't want to go back to Europe. No, I don't like it. It's over and done for me. Europe. Mm-mm. There's no nature. It's overcrowded. Politically, it's very. I don't know. I think Europe is not going to be a good place for a while, to be honest. Europe's really is very unstable at the moment. Very weak leaders. And so, no, I have no intention of going back. So there's housing issues. You cannot get a normal house. No, it's overregulated. No, I'm sure that in a while you'll see. I think there'll be a war on the continent anytime soon. I think it's going to be really bad in Europe in coming years. Yeah, I think I don't think it's good. Um, nothing. They don't have any control of any situation anymore. It's a mess. It's really a mess. To be honest. Yeah. I see my stream is delayed. Gosh, I thought I had all those bloopers that I made. I could do. Oh, I need to. It's a, it's a problem. It's good. Mm. Hello, Sagar. I don't trade gold. I'm always confused with when people ask me that when I don't know. I think I'm very I'm quite clear what I do, right? I will have a view on gold in a few months because I am going to go into gold, but not now. You think you can go fishing in Europe? Really? Where can you still, there's no nature anymore. Everything is dead. Well, there are places, yeah, there are places, but it's so overcrowded. Everywhere you go, it's people. Well, in the Netherlands, Netherlands is a very small country, but it's so overpopulated. It's like you live on top of each other, literally. So, Sagar, I'm from the Netherlands originally, but I live in South Africa now. What about you? Where are you from? Hey, Duhit, how are you? Good morning. Yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever you are. Yeah. So guys, the price action is really shit. So we're just watching, but there's not much to do. We are already in a TGIF zone, so it's sort of like already ranging. It might break out, it might not. So we just have to watch. Oh, you're also from India. I've got so many people from India here since yesterday. Hey, more India. Hello, hello, hello. It's quite late where you guys are, right? What time is it in India now? Hi, Rohit, I'm fine. I'm a little bit tired today because I just told the other guys here it's been raining and storming, and there hasn't been any sun for a couple of days. Uh, no, not really. I'm penguin. I'm doing really well here in Africa because I work online. As a trader, it doesn't matter where I am, and so for me, Europe is better, but South Africa is better. But I totally understand what you're saying. There's a lot of people that live here that think the same like you do because there's more opportunities. But I had my life there. I built my life, and I have a good basis. So for me, it doesn't matter. But I know what you're saying. But for me, because I work online now, and it doesn't matter where I make my money because I make it online with trading. I can be anywhere, and the quality of life for me is better here than in Europe. But yeah, but when you still have to build your life, and I totally understand what you're saying. I agree with you. Then you might be better off in Europe. But hey, I don't know how long it's going to go well. Money is drying up everywhere. The governments are running out of money. It's a bit of a mess. But anyway, I'm not going to go back to Europe. No, I would rather die here. No, I really I want to be around the animals and stuff like that, and we don't. It's just a little bit part of it. But anyway, okay. So it's 9:37 p.m. Okay, so you guys are still okay. Yeah. So you are ahead, but also in India you have a couple of time zones, right? So here it is in South Africa. It's 6:10. So it's just dinner time. Well, on stream I only do Nasdaq. Yeah, I do have crypto. I just but long term I do have crypto, but I don't do it. I don't trade it. Um, I just have it in a bag, long term. But on stream it's only Nasdaq. It's the easiest thing to do, and you make the most money with Nasdaq. So I mean, for me it's easy choice. So have you guys been trading today? We just need to get out of this consolidation again. Is there some regulations in SA? You mean for to stay here? Yeah, you need to make enough money to show them that because I'm not allowed to make money in South Africa. I need to have foreign money because I'm not a citizen. So I need to show them that I make enough money. So I have to show them that I make money from trading, and then they allow me to stay here. Yeah, because I'm too young for a pension. So I need to make I need to show them some way. So it's very important that I make money. Otherwise, they tell me they kick me out of the country back to the Netherlands. Yeah, simple as that, right? Yeah. So I have to be sure so there's no plan B for me. I had to make this work, the trading. So that's why I studied a lot, like a few years back. So yeah, and you can, and if 24, you will, if you want that, and you make and you work hard for it, you will do it. You will get it done. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get there, but if you really want it and you already know what you want and you are working towards it, you will manage. And you have to have multiple income streams. That's the best thing to do. And then when one doesn't work, you can rely on the other, and maybe one comes sooner, and then the other one comes afterward, and just focus on one. You're already doing a lot of things, so that's awesome. So that's good. Yeah. Trade is running on gold. Trade is. I don't understand, Sagar. Trade. You would TRE. You mean trade is running on gold? Yes, on gold. Or only Nasdaq. But I'm very comfortable with Nasdaq because I've been trading it for 3 years now. But yeah, gold is on my list. But I just started this channel, so just want to get into the YouTube. As a new tuber, I need to get my technicals up, build a community, and then I will branch out to other things and do more things on stream as well. So I'll get there. And I mean I got that question quite a bit now. So um, are you telling me to trade now? No, I'm not going to trade. I don't see a trade. Are you telling me to trade? Are you serious? No, you're not telling me to trade. You're giving me a command to trade. Oh, if you tell me to trade, I'm going to sleep. I'm not going to trade. Even though if I see a trade now, I wouldn't do it. No, I'm just joking. Don't you see it's consolidation? Do you trade in this? Are you that crazy? Are you a person that would trade in this? Oh, you're crazy sometimes. Penguin, we don't trade this bullshit, do we? I would like to make a good trade, in all honesty, but I really would like to see a good opportunity. But I don't know if you guys, Sagar, I don't know what your background is in trading. Do you trade? Do you have any ICT knowledge, or do you know the what we look for as ICT traders? Just curious. So Penguin, have you are you putting the 4 a.m. on your chart by now? Are you still here? I don't know if you're still here. If you're still here, let me know. Give me a signal. Give me a sign of life. Oh, you're profitable. Oh, you do the Nifty, Sagar? I'm profitable in India, but now I'm exploring option for Forex. Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, if you have something that's working already and then you branch out, right? That's the point. Um, I have never done Forex. I did do stocks, but I'm not interested in stocks anymore. I just do indices and yeah, and I just do mainly just Nasdaq and ES, but I don't trade ES. I just use it as confluence. But that's good. But if you don't trade Nasdaq, I don't know if I can really, if I'm that interesting for you to what I can offer for you. Do you are you into ICT knowledge? Do you trade ICT? We have to break out of this console. We don't want to trade this. This is just going to chop you up. If you get into a trade in this area, you're just going to be destroyed. You're just going to lose money. You really have to, we want to wait until we break out of this area. Because, it's quite interesting because we got equal highs here and we got some equal lows. So, yeah, the Nifty and Forex I use funded. Okay, good. Which funded, what companies do you use? How is the Nifty? Is it easy to trade? Is it similar to, I heard good things about the Nifty. Is it very volatile? I see someone just subscribed. Did we get a thank you on the screen? Did I not see a thank you? Thank you for subscribing, whoever did. Normally I would see, did you subscribe, Sagar? If so, thank you. Um, Normally there should be a pop-up to thank the person that subscribed, but I don't think it happened. But anyway, thank you for the one who subscribed. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, you did not. So somebody else. Okay, so somebody else just subscribed. Okay, whoever subscribed, thank you. I appreciate it. Now I went from 49 to 50. So now 50 is a big number. So that is a special. It's a special number. So that's why I would like to know who just subscribed because 50 is special. Now I have to find out who that is. Hold on. Normally it would be a pop-up and I didn't see it. So I will find out. No, you. I thought it was you because we were chatting to each other. But no, you don't have to. So if you don't want to, it's not like you have to. I'm just. I just want to know who it is because 50 is a nice number. Where are you? Why is it not showing? It doesn't show. Okay, well, well, anyway, I'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you, whoever was it. Okay, let's have a look if something's popping up. What time is it now? 12:21. Now, so I trade time a lot. Sagar, if you are, I use time-based elements a lot. So I look at specific times because the algo is scripted against time. So that's the whole idea about time. So I'm looking for algorithmic signatures based on time, literally. And when you're in consolidation, it will leave some signatures, but you really need a manipulation before it becomes interesting to trade. So if we're stuck in consolidation, which we are quite a bit or for a long time, we really have to wait until, to frame a good trade. Oh, my chat is gone, I think. Am I frozen? Did I lose connection? Um, I seem to be frozen. I am not sure what's going on. I don't know if you guys can hear me because OBS is still running, but I can see on YouTube that I'm frozen. So I'm not really sure if I'm speaking that you can hear me and it's just on my end. So I'm just going to talk as if you guys can hear me. But I have no idea what's going on because I only have OBS, which is still running and obviously is Ah, okay. My computer, my computer just crashed. Okay, guys. So I guess you guys still hear me, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, my other laptop, which I have running on the side, it just froze on me, but that's okay. Okay. I'm still here. I just didn't see the chat. Okay, it's restarting. It just sort of like one of those days. One of those days. Gosh. It's also those days, I'm so used. That's why I moved to South Africa also to be outside and with this weather, I haven't been doing a lot outside for almost, I think, 1.5, almost 2 weeks that I haven't been able to because of the heavy rain, storms, and stuff like that. So, yeah, it just makes me tired, I guess. Not having enough sun. But anyway, we just have to wait until out of consolidation. It's not that I don't want to trade. I just have to wait. Um, we're also already in the for ICT traders. We are already in the TGIF zone. So on Thursday, I already marked the weekly range. So I look at the top of the week, what we have, and the bottom. And obviously, if we are going back up and we are going over, we're going to take another high. Obviously, we need to extend that range. But if we don't, we are already in the range. So we have to always think about that. On Thursday, we can already go into TGIF zone, which means tomorrow might also be, nothing might happen because we have the government closure in the US, right? So, so I marked the blue line that you see where just above the, I'll show you on the chart. This blue line here, that's a 20% range. This is a 30% range, and you can see prices now hovering just between these two, right? So that's why I'm watching, and I'm not entering any trade if we are not breaking out of that area. Because sometimes it happens that we just stay in, and then we might get out of it and then go, take it high, and then we might extend and then go back in the range. But we also could go further down at some point. But so it's hard to read at the moment. We just really have to wait until we get more information, and that's what we do. We need to be okay with it. Okay, my computer's getting back. I just want to see what you guys, if you can, let me see. I'll get the chat on. This here. I'm such an amateur still. But anyway, I'm still allowed to do that, right? So we have to wait until we get more. That's me. Here we go. Am I back on track? Yay! Are you guys still here? Or have you all left? Oh, everybody has left me. I don't know if I was offline. Are you still here, you guys? I don't know what happened. I thought I was. Are you guys here? I thought I lost connection, but I did only my computer. One computer went down, so I think I was still on, but it could be that I was also offline maybe for because of the storm. That's why I came on a little bit earlier. I'm like, oh my god, I might lose the internet at some point and power because it's a miracle we have not done that actually. So that's why I'll be very careful with trading my any live account now or whatever, because if I get in a trade and I don't have my stop in yet or whatever, and then my power goes off and I can't get out, oh my god, it happened to me. I don't know if you guys. I mean, in India. I mean, I know you guys in India know the same thing sometimes with the power, and you have the same power outage like we do here in South Africa, right? You don't want to be in a trade and you want to be able to come out. Hey, I had another subscriber. Thank you, guys. 15 IC 51. So I appreciate that. But I want to know who you are so I can thank you because it doesn't show. Normally it pops up, but the pop-up is not working. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. But there was a secret number 50. But I also don't know who number 51 is now. Oh yeah. Now let's see. Now I really want to get that. So until we don't break out of the zone, there's not going to be any trade. So we really just have to wait, guys. I'm so sorry. I know you guys want to trade, and I do too, but um, it's something that I also have to get used to. Like when I'm on stream, I don't want to trade differently than I would do normally because if there's no trade, if there's just no trade, just have to do. We talk about other things, I guess, and we just have fun, I guess. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. I know it's annoying sometimes, but this is typical. This Thursday price action like this is very typical before NFP because basically, literally, this is the worst day of the whole month. The Thursday before the NFP for me is actually I try to avoid it most of the times, but obviously now because I stream and I just started the stream, I want to have consistency and show up. But this day normally is I'm very careful. This is the day that I'm lost most of my evaluations and my funders and stuff like that. It's very typical because it's just being held in within a range because tomorrow normally there's a lot of data coming out and then you will see the market gets relief again and then the trading become you can get good trades on Friday, but on Thursday and especially we're already in the TGIF range, which is 20-30% of the weekly range. You have to be very careful. And as you can see now, it is between those two blue lines, right? This is the TGIF range, and that can happen on Thursday instead of Friday. So then that I have to be very careful um, with well, I wouldn't expect too much of the market at this point. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, so and also because of the shutdown in the U.S., right? And I believe they are not going to open anytime soon. Also tomorrow, all the news is tentative. Let me double check again. I think the news is still tentative, which means the market reacts to the news. Um, in normal situations. So then on Thursday it's held in a sort of certain area, and then on Friday, but now it's even more, weird. So yeah, let me just have a look. I want to check the news. Do you guys also? I mean, all the India people. I mean, you trade the Nifty, but I guess you do. You also watch the news? Do you watch like the Indian news or things like that, or? I don't know how you guys really trade because I'm not really sure if you also trade Nasdaq, right, or CFDs. Let me know. You trade the US 30, right? So all the news that normally that we are waiting for as traders of indices and stocks and stuff like that, the Friday news, the red folder news that we have, is all tentative now, which means there's not going to be any news coming out. So it's the average hourly earnings, the non-farm employment change, the unemployment rate, the BOE government Bailey speaks. Oh, okay, that's okay. Now that's the UK. 10 a.m. the ISM services PMI. And okay, okay, the final services PMI and ISM service PMI. Okay, all okay. So that's the only one that's coming out at 10 a.m. tomorrow, Eastern. Okay, but the rest, like the normal 8:30 news, is all tentative now, which is, you know, um, no idea what that means for the market at the moment. So um, we have to be careful now. We have to be careful, guys. You see, it's not leaving that range, right? You see, it's like hovering around the midnight, and the bodies are not going over it, and it just keeps on going down again. You see, it's not leaving that range, right? You see. Just checking everything working again. That's good. Rohit, you asked me that already yesterday. I have to make enough money for the people, for the government in South Africa to let me stay. Otherwise, they won't allow me to stay. If I don't make money, I'm not allowed to make money in South Africa as a foreigner. So I need to make enough money to show them, hey, listen, I can take care of myself. I don't need any money from you. And I do that. So they say, okay, you can stay, but make more. No, no, they didn't say that. They didn't say that. But no, it's you want to know how much I make on my evaluation and my funded? So I have a live account. I've got my own account. So that's my Iron Beam account. I only do micros on that. And then I literally only trade with Funded Next now. I've got a couple of evaluations running them, and at the moment, uh, let me check how many funded. I've got three funded accounts with Funded Next, and a couple of evaluations that I'm still working on. I don't know how many funded accounts. I think I can have three. I think three is the max. And and then obviously I've got my crypto long-term bag, right? But that's really my pension plan. So it takes, I believe in, I'm a big believer in crypto. I love crypto. I think we're going to get a transformation of wealth in crypto. I think there's a lot of changes coming. So, yeah. But what is your motivation for trading? Besides money, besides the money, I really love it as well. I mean, I love watching the charts. I also love I've always been a coach. I also love to help people. And um, now I don't think I'm still, I will always study the markets because I'm never done learning. But if I can help other people to speed up their process, I would love to do that. Um, yeah. But what is your motivation for trading? Tell me. I really love, I can tape read all day. I love watching the candles and go over the logic and find um, what's happening. Even though I cannot, I know this is not my trading environment because I hate it when I don't hate it, but you don't want to trade in consolidation. But I still enjoy tape reading and just going over the market and looking for trades. Because even though there's not a trade now, but if you go over the market and you tape read, um, you are actually giving yourself a lot of information for the next session or the next day because you're already you're looking at it, and then you're already writing things down, specific levels, and yeah. But obviously, we want to make money with trading. I agree because we're not here not to make money, right? I mean, otherwise it's not fun. But money always comes after you put in the discipline and the work. So sometimes you have to have a little bit more patience. It doesn't come straight away, and before one becomes profitable, it takes time, and we fall down and we stand up again. Yes, freedom and didn't depend on boss. Exactly. Yeah, that's it. You're so right. Yeah, I know. That's it. And then, for me also, do I really want to become rich with the trading? No, but the freedom and the being independent, that's more worth. If you have enough just to live, you have food, you have a roof over your head, I can feed my animals, I can do my voluntary work, I can contribute to some causes I want to, and you know, keep myself warm, and I can do the things that I want. I don't need more. I really don't need more. But then that's freedom, right? The more stuff you have, the more complicated life becomes. I can tell you that. So you just need enough just to have the freedom, and the freedom is the most important thing. So you understand. Freedom, yes. Do what you want. I really love doing this, to be honest. I love tape read. I love looking at the charts. For me, this is not I don't see this as this is not for me work or something that oh my god, I need to go online again. Oh, really. No, I'm like, oh my god, I want to go back online, and so I had a job at KLM. I worked in IT in the Netherlands on the airport. In IT, I used to work on the airport first, and then I managed to get an office job, and they trained me to work in IT, and I did that for 8 years. But it started to bore me at some point. I was like, oh my god, it was a very good job, very well paid, but it wasn't my thing. At some point, I was like, no, I need to go. I worked for KLM 22 years. 22 years. That's a long time. It was a very good company. I could travel for cheap. Trading is not easy. It's not easy. But if you put in the work, the reward is there. And it's more difficult. Yeah, you are competing with the most vicious people in the world. They don't want to give you their money. So that's why it's so important to understand how the markets book, right? And that's for me, when I started ICT, I started understanding how the markets were booking, and then I became profitable because then I started to think, because he teaches it, how do these people think smart money, right? Um, that's otherwise I would still not be profitable, I think, with with the retail concepts. Um, but yeah, and you know, Rohit, I made a video on that. It's not discipline; it's the brain. How your brain fools you, right? Like if you think if you overtrade or you revenge trade, you think, oh my God, I don't have discipline. But you know, you tell yourself every time, but it's not discipline; it's biology, and they know that the markets, you know, they are designed to make you go nuts, and they trick you. So it's hard. But once you know how the brain works, look at my video on my site. It's called the revenge trade, how the brain works. And if you understand that how the market, how they try to manipulate your brain, because we're as humans, we're programmed in a specific way. But you need to break that loop, and we can do that if you know, oh my God, that's what's happening. I need to step back, or I need to go for a walk, or I need to do something else. Um, you can train your brain to can train it, but it's not you. It's not like, oh my God, I don't have any discipline. Yes, you do have discipline, but you know, I was at some point, I was like, man, how is it possible? I'm profitable. I have knowledge now. Why am I still over? You know, it happens, and I was like, why am I overtraining? Why am I revenge trading? Even though I already, you know, thought I was a little bit further in. Um, and then I started getting into it and started studying, and then I found out that, oh my God, even very profitable traders and traders that are very knowledgeable still have the same issue because it's not discipline, it's biology. Yeah, but it's not only discipline. It is because if you have discipline, it can still happen to you that you go on tilt. So you need to understand what the brain is doing, how the brain operates. Why do we you know, and that's why all those um, prop firms, they know. And that's why they, you know, they have all these uh, you know, they sell their accounts very cheap because they know how they operate. So they just YOLO their account very quickly, and they just, you know, they're very predatorial because they know that people, if it becomes cheaper, they might be easier to lose them, or they might try to, you know, get the TP in one trade, for example, and they over leverage, right? Yeah, it's very hard not to do when you don't. Yeah. Yeah, it's risk and reward, and be able and be okay with going slow in the beginning, right? Just have be okay with going slow, because if you make only, let's say, if you make only $10 per day, if you're okay with that, but if you're consistent with $10, then let's say in a couple of weeks those $10 become $25, right? Because you're able to do it consistently, and then after that those $25 become $50, but because you know how to do it consistently, and then the $25 become 50, and then the 50 become 100, you know, and that's how. But people want to make like 1,000 already very quickly, you know, and you just lose, right? Because you over leverage and stuff like that. I fell into that trap too. But then I started, you know, going backwards, and like, you know what? Let me go back and be okay with being consistent with smaller amounts, and I managed to do that. And then at some point, you have this system, and it's mechanical. And if you have your models and you only trade your models, um, then you slowly leverage up. You slowly. I never copy trade. I don't like that because it does something to me psychologically. So I just trade different accounts at a different time, but because it just puts more risk. I mean, for me, it's just like psychologically I don't like it, so I just do one account only, and then I if I make my profit, I put that one away and I trade my next one, for example. That's how I do it. Yeah. Well, I can tell you what I think about India. I've been in India. I've traveled to India for 6 weeks when I was a little bit younger, I must say, and I found it extremely fascinating. Um, and and what I think about Indian person, well, I think the Indian people. I think there are so many of them. I cannot say how one person is because everyone is different, right? But I think you mean in general what I think about Indians. Hey, Crypto Bros. I worked with Indians a lot in at KLM because in IT we had a lot of. For me, they're just normal people, and we hang out a lot, and we went for dinner, and they're just my colleagues. So yeah, and what I found fascinating that the people from Kerala were different than from other areas. But yeah, everybody we were just one big family. So, but why are you asking, Rohit? I'm just curious. But I love your country. I think your country is fascinating. Crypto Bros, how are you doing? Arafat in the house. Have you been trading? Oh, there's movement. Hold on, we need to check. I'm just looking. I haven't been trading so far. Just chatting again. Well, I moved to South Africa because I love South Africa and I like Costa Rica as well. But I fell in love with South Africa a few years back, so I moved to South Africa, and my boyfriend is here, so as well. Home is where the heart is, right? But no, I just love South Africa. Why? Because of South Africa has we have bush, we have animals, we've got beach, we've got mountains, we've got everything here. It's a beautiful country. I like it. Yes. Okay, let's have a look if we're going to break out of the zone. Oh my God. I might lose internet, guys, because I don't know because it's really bad now, the weather. Let me check. I need to check the weather app again because. Oh, yeah, we're gonna get a lot of wind. Okay, well. Okay, let me focus on the market a little bit. Let's see if there's anything to trade. I'm just gonna paper trade because I'm not gonna get into my any account with South Africa, very poor country. Yeah, South Africa has its issues. I agree with you. And politically, they're not doing very well. They're very corrupt. True, but that the ANC, everybody's getting fed up with them. I think once the ANC is out of office, things can change again. Because actually, South Africa is a very rich country. They have a lot of minerals, and if they run their country in a better way, it shouldn't be poor because it has enough. But it's just it's very badly managed at the moment. But for me, I can live very nicely here, so for me it's okay, I guess. But yeah, yeah, I guess I'm a little bit privileged. But I live a very simple life, guys. I trade, but I care about animals, and I want to um, work. I work in conservation as well. And at the moment, I don't, but I just want simple life. I just want freedom. That's it. Yeah, they're very bad for their people. The ANC, they steal from the people. They are really bad for their people. I agree. Face reveal your partner, please. Why would I? He's not here at the moment. Why would I face reveal my partner? Sometimes he's in the chat, by the way. He is in the chat. Um, Johan, are you here? Show yourself if you're here. I don't know. I don't think he's in the chat. I see there's 6 people in here, so there is. Are you here, babe? I don't see anything. Are you here? I think he's working now. What time is it? 7 o'clock. I think he's working. I don't think he's here. Okay, let's focus on the more important. We're gonna. Hey, you know my husband is NQ, so I have a boyfriend and I have a husband. But crypto bro, I think there'll be the government. Everybody now is seeing the truth, and everybody's now fighting ANC. So I think things will change here for the best, really. Um, and the people are rising up. Hey, no, uh, hey, Gigi, no, go. Okay. So you see, it's the time. You see on my chart, I have marked the 4 o'clock, and I use the 4 o'clock as a very important time for me. And you can see right now that it doesn't go past the 4 o'clock, right? Oh, you want me to change my why? Why is it very irritating? No, I know Africa is not a poor country. We're very rich actually here. They have a lot of minerals. Rohit, I'd like to have your tell me because I see that as feedback, which I love to hear. What is irritating about the thumbnail? Well, they're also very corrupt, but they're very rich, but they're just very corrupt. The money is just going into the wrong pockets. But it's definitely not a poor. South Africa is extremely rich, but they are so corrupt, the government, and they're taking all the money from the poor people. And they're keeping the people poor. But Rohit, I want to hear your. It's interesting because color very bright and random person cannot click the video. Cannot click the video because the color very bright and random person cannot click the video. What do you mean random person cannot click the video? Okay, no, I understand. Okay, the color, you don't like the bright color. Okay, no, I know I have to change the. So you don't like bright colors? Well, I don't. What do you mean? You can't cannot click the video? Random person. Why cannot someone click on my video? Oh, hey, Gigi. Ben je nou weer achter het ding? Gigi. Hey. Okay, go, 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 go. I'm just a little bit confused, Rohit. Why cannot someone click on the video? I mean, they just click on the video, right? Or they think it's too bright, or they get like epileptic attack or something because the my thumbnail is so bright. No, I'm not. No, I am changing it. I am planning to change it because they need to become better, definitely. So I agree, but I'm just confused um, why someone cannot click it. But I think it's just a matter of language, maybe. But no, those are all little things you need to change and improve and stuff like that. But I appreciate the feedback. So it will fix day by day. Yeah, thank you, Rafat. Appreciate it. Yeah, some people maybe like the bright colors, some people don't, but um, I do know they need improvement, definitely. But guys, I just want to point out again, if you look, so talking about time, you see the 4 o'clock, right? And you can see it doesn't really, um, it's sort of like is acting as resistance right now, right? You will see that a lot sometimes, and especially on days like this when price is being constrained and being held in a certain area. Um, the 4 o'clock really works as a barrier. So for me, in order to really start framing a trade, I really need to see it go over 4 o'clock. I do think we're going to break out at some point, but we'll see. Suppose I was scroll the YouTube and your YouTube, I cannot attract me, and I was yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, you're talking about more conversion. Yes, I agree. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I gotcha. Yes, yeah, no, you're not the first one to tell me that. I have some people, designers, also contacting me and telling me that they think I can do much better and it will give me more things. But I'm okay being small at the moment and just getting to know everyone. But I totally agree. It's good, but it will be, and I appreciate the feedback. Thank you. I appreciate it. But you're here, even though my thumbnail, Rohit, you're here, and you subscribed, right? I think you're the one you subscribed yesterday, I think, right? Or not? So, but no, I thank you. Hello, World Kevin Wizzy. How are you? Nice to see you here. But there will be a new thumbnail, guys. I promise you. Everything will become better every day, 1% better per day. Um, yes, I know you were already subscribed. Yes, but I'm just saying. So you see, even though you don't like my thumbnail, you're still here and you're still supporting me. So I appreciate it. Yeah, and it's a feedback that helps me, right? That helps me grow. But I'm fine, to go slow and just ease into it, get everything better. Yeah. It's just I think now it's my fifth or my sixth week now. So first you have your technical issues, and then you have other things happening, and you know, um, we'll get there. It cannot be perfect in one day, right? Wolf, Kevin, Wizzy, are you? I haven't seen you before, have I? How are you doing? Where are you from? Okay, now let's see if we're gonna get maybe the 130 move. We get a nice move to the upside. We have a. Let me just check quickly. I'm gonna mark. Um, I just want to do this a little bit. I need to do this quickly. I need this information on my chart, and you guys will see later on why. Now, I think if we do go up, we might go up into this area here, maybe to the zero point 0.5. Um, Keep your thumbnail simple, bold, and emotional. Use big text. Well, I use big text. Max core 5 words. Strong contrast. Color yellow, red, white. No green. Yellow and a clear facial expression or graphic that creates curiosity. Thank you. Not bright colors, but contrast colors. That's what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. No, I know. But you'll see at some point. Hello, Top Knight. How are you? Body count? What's a body? Are you counting bodies or are you counting candles? Or what do you mean body count? Or do you have a? I'm thinking about something else when you say body count. I'm thinking, are you working at a mortgage or? I'm hoping that we might get out of the range in the 1:30 2 p.m. move, maybe even sooner. And I'm looking into this area here. This is the 4-hour wick that I graded here. So let's see, we do go up. So why am I looking at the 4-hour wick? Just show you. We already went to this fair value gap, so now we are most likely going higher, I think. But we could still be, I could be wrong. Let me go to the 3 minute, it's more clearer. I see many new people on the chat. I like that. I want to know, Top Night, where you're from, and Wolf, Kevin, Wizzy. How many time do you see? How many time do you SE? I don't understand, Top Night. How many times do you see? So as long as we're not breaking over this 4 o'clock, I'm not interested in any trade. I really need to break out of that trade, of that time. Sorry, guys. um, how many times do you see? Top Knight, you need to clarify for me, please. They was misword used. Okay, I got you. Okay, just gonna focus on the trade. Do you know each other? Well, because there's no trade, I'm just focusing on the chat. But if there's more better setups, I would be just more focused on the trading setup. So that's okay. But Rohit, I appreciate your feedback on the thumbnail. You will see it, and then I would appreciate your honest opinion again. So I got like a few designers that they contacted me, and they wanted to, but my picture was going around, and different designers came. They emailed me with my picture, and I was like, that's weird. They're using my own picture. They're different designers, so they're sort of like fighting for those. I think when they see a new channel, they try to get into that, but that's okay. I mean, but I'm just wondering what's going on. That different designers are using they take one picture from a video of mine, and they use that same picture in different thumbnails, and they send me the thumbnail, and they ask me obviously to pay for it, and then if I can use it. But I don't. It's a bit weird to me, the situation, so I'm just very careful now. Oh my God, there's another 2 subscribers. Thank you, everyone who's subscribing. I don't see the pop-up coming up, but I see someone else, some other people subscribe. So thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone who is supporting me. And oh, we broke out at 4 o'clock. Hold on, I need to pay attention. Okay, hold on. Now we are over this 4 o'clock. We got a lot of liquidity here. Oh, thank you. That's a compliment, I guess. Pretty strong, but the way you carry yourself is truly. Is it unique? Wow, thank you. Um, I'm just being myself. You know, yeah. Thank you for the compliment. Appreciate it. Now, I just want to hold on. I do want to frame it. It's going to be paper trade, so I'm going to be fully transparent because I'm not going to enter any of my live, as not on my live account, especially with the weather. And I'm going to leave my evaluation as well. I just don't feel like trading it anymore. Um, just want to have a good trade, but I'm just not sure about I think the level is going to be really small. Um, yeah, I think I'm getting in. It is a paper trade guide. I'm just going to paper trade for now because I think we're going to go up, but it's going to be very tight stop. Oh gosh, I need to get into the. Here we go. I want to get in before the move starts. Okay, so one thing, if anybody who is going to give me shit about paper trading, when I paper trade, I do a lot of paper trading because that's how I improve my executions, and I also journal them just as good as a normal trade. So I take them very seriously, and I journal extensively. Okay, I'm gonna put my stop here. It's too much. No, this is going to be my stop. And then my TP was, hold on, I need to find my TP. Hmm. Rohit, give me a guess. I'm older than you think. That's the tip I can give you. Now, is this a good trade? In all honesty, right? It's not a 1 to 2. So when I'm in a trade like that and it starts running, I already bring it to break even. Oh no, guys, you are way off. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? It's definitely 38 plus, yes. I think it's the light that does me well then, I guess. But no, I'm not 27. No, that's really too young. I'm a little bit older than that. I think I'm not, I don't think I should tell it. But I'm older than 38. I think that's all I should say. 45. Yeah, that's close. Yeah, you're close. Yeah, I don't want to lie about those things, but I am not that young anymore. Um, no, I hate social media actually, to be honest. I did open up a X account for this account, but I just don't. I just X is so toxic. But I should use it more, and yeah, um, I should use my. It's my same name, the same name as I use here. I did open it, so yes. But I'm going to use the community tab as well a little bit more. So okay, let's see. Anyone else? Anyone else think it's a long? No, I don't think it's the best trade because I don't know if you guys also are into ICT, but ICT went over this new. Oh no, this is not the model. Do a little gap here. Now let's see. I might be stopped out, but that's okay. No, I'm not sharing any social media profile. I only have this one here. Um, I'm only sharing what is attached to this. Are you on a short? Okay, I might be stopped out, but I'm still long. I have a long bias. I'm not changing my bias, but I might be too soon. So I might be stopped out, so that's okay. But I have definitely a long bias. I think we need to get liquidity here, and then we go down. We'll see. Are you in a short, Rohit? Yeah, I agree. Arafat. No, I have. I'm only going to. This is my online identity, and I'm very. I mean, I am going to. I need to be more on social media as well, but with this identity, it's a different identity than my separate one because I know you have to be very careful nowadays. Okay, let's go. I would if it starts going up, I will trail my stop very quickly because it's not a 1 to 2. I've been living in South Africa now for almost, I think it's 4 years now. Time really goes fast. But I love it here. But the weather is one. But now for the first time, it's been crazy. Okay, let me just focus a little bit because I want to I want to get my R to R very quickly to 1 to 2 because this is not good enough for me. But I don't want, I'm just not sure about if I can take it higher. Um, I don't want to be stopped out. I'm gonna bring it back here. Normally my R to R, I normally trade larger distribution moves. So I have mostly, I try to have even like 5 R trades. So really, you have accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So if I scalp, I'm not really, I do scalp, but I'm not that good at it to say like, okay, so I know a lot of people, they do 1 to 1s a lot. Um, but for me, it's more like, okay, I really want to break it to break even. If I scalp, I really want to break it to break even as fast as possible because it's not my, I'm a distribution trader. So, and I'm not sure if we're going to get a lot of large movement now. Okay, here we go. Why are you so annoying? Go, move. Okay. Now I don't want it to wick back and stop me out in profit. See, that's what I don't like. Do you take out liquidity? No, my boyfriend is South African. Yeah, he's from here. But I didn't. We met here. I didn't know him when I met him when I was here. So I was single when I came here, and I met him when he was. South African. Are you guys? I know you guys are very young. Erica, you're very young, right? So I forgot how old. I think you were also very young, but I can't remember. I know a few. Were you 22 or are you? Okay, I'm gonna go to break even now. Okay, now it's a break even trade. Now I have more. I'm more calm. I am calm, but I just don't like to be. If I take these kind of trades, which is really just coming out of consolidation, and it's not like a one. I like the big easy moves, right? And it's not. It's just very lethargic still for me. Um, so um, and like guys, even if it's a paper trade, I still feel for me it's I treat it exactly the same. So for when I go, for me, it's like I journal it, and sometimes I want that it's a losing trade because I journal it even better. Like, what could have I done better? How could I? What did I do wrong? Why did I even get in? Hey, go! No, naughty, go! You cannot. You're you're terrorizing me. They are really, they only do it when I'm on stream. They go behind the desk and they're trying to throw down my camera, my lights. Um, I cannot be nice anymore when they do this because it's just like they're really like I call them now terror cats. Okay, so almost 1:30. I do think we're going a little bit higher to go into the imbalance. I might have a single 26 years. Yeah, but you're still young. Um, it's nice age 26, 27. The whole world is still on your. Okay, I just want to see if I can make it better. I'm just wondering if I should raise my TP. Okay, I'm not going to raise my TP. Okay, now it's a winning trade. Cats are very, yeah. My cats are both rescues, and they travel with me. I've been traveling with them a lot. I'm going to raise my TP. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it. That's fine. Uh, I'm just a slave. I'm their slave, literally. I just, they get fresh tuna. They get like everything. Oh my! Are you telling me that my stop is just? I moved it one little bit, and are you telling me that I'm not? It didn't take me out because I moved. I just moved it. Wow! You see that? Just take it out, please. Don't make this a losing. Wow! I always have a TP, and I always put it like one or two ticks or below it, and then it still didn't take me out. That's very annoying. Um, Now why? Um, no, it should go there. Come on. It's annoying. You guys see that? It just didn't take my TP. I didn't get out because I was like, um, it was one tick. How is that possible? I just put it one tick too high. What did I miss? Okay, well, it was a. I was still in profit, but when you see a wick like that, you just get out, right? Because especially when it starts going down, but it's now this is also one of those things, and it still goes up, but then if you trail your stop too fast, now if it goes up further, like into this area, right? I graded these here. Am I in the right screen here? Let's see. Now this is also something when I but yeah, no, I'm very lucky with my cats. They're both rescues, and I can travel. They're literally dogs. I walk them in the morning, and they travel with me. Um, so they're very easy, but they're very naughty now. I don't know, maybe because I spend so much time behind, and my boyfriend isn't here, and I spend time behind the lap computer. They just, I don't know, they just destroy the whole setup. They just go on the desk and they just throw the lamps on and they try to take my camera off my laptop. It's like they know exactly what to do. But actually, in short time frame, target calculation is very hard because fluctuation in short time is very high in IS. Oh my God, I've got two other subscribers. Who are all these people that are subscribing? I can't see it because I don't see I can't see the pop-ups. Thank you. I wish I should fix that because normally, like the chat, I've got like a pop-up if somebody subscribes. Thank you for subscribing. But maybe these people are all, you can hide your name, right? I think maybe that's the reason. I don't know. I have to find out. But thank you everyone who's subscribing. I appreciate it. And I hope I can bring value for you. And I appreciate all the feedback. So, so okay, we're still going up. You see, it's going up into these levels here. I want to put it a little bit better here so we can see them on the lower time frame. Okay, here we go. Going back to the 1 minute. Oh, shit, what do I do? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let me just, I need to do this here. Here we go. Sorry about that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go all the way up. Now I want to get it more to the right. One more time and then I'm done with this. God damn it, I can't get it right. Well, anyway, I know what it is. Yeah, definitely. It will go up into, I think, this line here. Now, this will be the first area here and this area here. We've got a little gap here. I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be a paper trade again, guys. I'm getting the 135 move. There we go. One, two, three. Now this needs to go lower. Yes, it took buy side, but is it done? Are we strong penguin? Did Are we in a buy mode or sell? Is the buy algo running or the sell algo? Do you see a change in state of delivery after the liquidity is taken? This is a market maker buy model, right? We're on the buy side right now. So even though it took out liquidity, what I'm looking at, like, do we have a change in state of delivery? Which means do we have a confirmed reversal yet? Because we're still in a buy pro, we're going up, up, up. I don't think Penguin ever told us his name. Did you actually? I like it. I like the strong penguin. I think it's nice. You see, guys, I thought, oh, I'm just going to go on, just very quickly, just, there's not much to trade. But because you guys hang out here, we're already in for, exactly. Yes, it is not done yet, right? You can see it's sort of like, you need and we have a 4-hour wick on the upside. So even though it took out the liquidity, it's not done yet because there's more liquidity to be taken. Pronounced your name is Cha? Yeah, Taha, very nice. Oh, I like that name, Taha. Taha, is it Taha? Taha? Yeah, that's a beautiful name. But is it Mohammed or oh, your last name is Taha then? Pronounced Taha. Tara is beautiful. What does it mean? Does it have a meaning? Okay. I want to go to the 5 minutes to show you something as well. Um, so we have a fair value gap here, but we have one here as well. And this is the grading of the 4-hour wick. 25%, 33%, 50%, 66%, 75%. Let's see if it hits one of those levels. In Arabic, the Taha means the purest or pure. It also named the 20th chapter of the Quran. Okay, gotcha. Are still peaking. No MSN. Correct. Yes, no MSN. No MSS. MSN. What is MSN? So I'm using the wicks now from the 4-hour. And I'm aiming for the first one, which is the 25%. But I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to the 33%, and then the 50 is here, and then if you look at the 4-hour, and Strong Penguin, tell me why I was confident in the move up. I want you, if you look at the 4-hour, I want you to tell me what I saw on the from the 4-hour wick. No, not MSS. But what did the 4-hour do? Why I think, okay, in the last 15 minutes, it's going to go up. And that's why I disregard. I saw it took liquidity here, but I look at the 4-hour. I want you to look at the 4-hour and tell me. I'm not going to tell you. I want you just to have a look at the 4-hour candle and just see what it has been doing in this 4 hours and why I thought it would do this, what it's doing now. And it's not MSS. Well, maybe it is, but let me see if. Let me go to the 4-hour. Okay, I'll show you. You see what the 4-hour did here? So the 4-hour took internal liquidity here. Okay, okay. You look. I'm not going to tell you. Now, the only thing that I'm thinking about is it might not go to my level, right? So I have to actually make it a break-even trade. I might be stopped out. That's okay. Um, because my level might not be correct. It might not even see. Um, so it's a break-even trade. That's fine. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. But I'm not stupid. Yeah, I'm very careful. I noticed that. Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, I know. You have to be very careful nowadays. I know. I realize. I know. Yeah. I find it a bit weird when he said that I had to show my boyfriend. If my boyfriend would have been here, he would have. That's why I was hoping he was. But he wasn't here. I was like, I thought he would leave then when I would say that he might be in the chat, but he didn't leave. So yeah. Do you know that he tried other people to scam other people? I'm not going to share anything. Don't worry. Everything is very tightly arranged and everything, nothing is connected. My social media, this is so separate. I mean, yeah. Now let's see, we do have a wick now, right? On the, here. Thank you, Arafat, for that. Now I think we might be looking for the down. I'm not sure we were still going down, but it's sort of weird that we leave this. But let's have a look at the 5 minute. So we're in a fair value gap, right? But we do have a little gap here. I just wanted to go a little bit higher though. So we're on the macro now. We're starting at the 150, almost 2 o'clock. Hey, I've got a IT background, by the way. But I know there's a big um, network of scammers going around. So I can play a part. I can play the woman part, but nobody will fool me. I've made my mistakes in the past, though. I must honestly say, but no, I'm always on high alert. I'm very nice, but I'm not stupid. Okay, let me have a look again. So it went into this in this fair value gap, and it was when I was looking at it, it was already above here. So for me, it was when I think about 4 hour candle, it was here, right? So, and I thought it's going to go up into this wick here because it already had is an injection from this area, and what was the only way to go into that was into this area. So I'm calculated this wick. So I have this graded here. Those are the levels. So my idea was it would reach one of these levels. Now, I would be surprised if we don't, but let's see. This could be enough already, right? This wick, but I'm just hoping that it goes into this area. Let me see if there's a 1 hour wick, which might be a little bit smaller. Let me just double check. No, there's not a 1 hour wick. So let's see. So it's because of this injection here, and it was sort of like hovering around, and it's like open, high, low, close, right? Um, I'm I'm anticipating that it's going to be this is going to be a rejection block. So, but normally what it does reach one of those levels of the. Let's see if it goes to the 75%. That was my aim. Yeah. But this wick now is in the way. I don't like that. So I was hoping it would go here to this level here, 116. And it just didn't reach it. It stopped at 113, so 3 points below. But we don't have change in the state of delivery yet here. Let's see. I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go into this area here. But this wick is. I don't like this wick. See, this is typical price action for this time, right? For this, it goes to a level, it just doesn't reach it. It goes back, and then it's very slow. And so the Thursday before NFP is yeah. I wouldn't be interested in a short until it reaches one of those graded levels. In That's how if I would miss a short from here, I would just let it go because it's for me like okay, it did go into that 4 hour wick, but we still have 6 more minutes, right, to go in the 4 hour candle. So let's see um, what's it going to do. So in two, we have a new 4 hour candle. No, well, um, it's going to finish, either it's going to go back into the range, right? Let's go back to the 4 hour. I wanted to see go here. Oh, it's going up now again. Let me see. Now, it could, when we get a new candle, a 4 hour candle, it could go up into that wick with the next candle, right? Because then we get the manipulation move of the next 4 hour candle. Might go up and then go down. Let's see. Let's see how much minute. 4 more minutes for the 4 hour candle. Um, 2 more minutes to go. Let's see. Just spike up, do something, go to one of those levels, give us some juice. Come on, go, go, go. Go here, go here. So are you guys watching any good series at the moment? Just a little bit off topic, but while we're still waiting. After consolidation, probability to go grab the liquidity range 2560, 2540, 2560, 2540. Yes. Oh, Crypto Bros, Arafat. Have I told you about my you're touching on a specific range that is actually my secret, but I'm sharing it here. You see this? It's not really flat, but when you see a flat bottom here with a wick, those are magnets. Because this is like, if you don't see a candle without a wick, that means a lack of manipulation, and there will be a wick at a later stage. You'll see that a lot. So if you see these here, so you say 2540, right? And I totally agree with you, because that's like, most likely it will reject somewhere from here then, yeah. But if you see this setup, that's a very strong algorithmic signature. But it's better if it's totally flat. There's a little wick, but it's still okay. But if you see these on the higher time frame, on the 15 or the 4 hour, you mark them. Okay? Let's see on the 5 minute. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. Here, I've got a good example for you. Look here. You see here, flat bottom and a wick. What happened here? You get the next candle, it's a wick, and it just, you don't see a body here, and it rejects right from here. So this is a very strong algorithmic signature. Boom, and then it goes up. If you see this happen, and you see a wick coming into here, and then it goes, you know it's going to go up because this is a rejection block. Yeah. No, I don't have any children. I never. I just, it never came from it, and I'm actually fine with it, to be honest. I know it's different than most people, but I care a lot for animals. I did a lot of work with animals. Um, I've always cared for a lot of animals, and I guess I traveled a lot, and I always thought it will come, it will come, it will come, and then suddenly I was like, yeah, it wasn't there. But yeah, it's just some people are different, I guess. I'm one of them. It's not that I don't like them, I love them, but it's just never really happened, I guess. Yeah. So, it's okay. And I think if you have children, you should be young. You shouldn't be over. I think, yeah, you can get them in your 30s, but at some point, um, it is like, but I don't feel sorry about it, to be honest, that I don't have them. But I do understand that, I think both. I think if I would have had them, it would be the best thing. But if I don't, I just, I had a different life. I had ultimate freedom. Yeah. Go to his pocket. Yeah, 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 yeah. I agree. Yeah. But now I give my money to to conservation projects. I literally work for conservation projects. Yeah, yeah. But you can still adopt. I can still especially here, there's a lot of poverty in South Africa. So I'm also thinking like at some point maybe helping out a few families here, especially children that need to go to school, and giving them, provide, give some, be more, not only to animals but also more into communities and stuff like that. Um, yeah, it's sad to see because last time I went to, we have garbage day on Tuesday, and a few times afterward I drove to the beach, and I see people coming to my garbage and they go through the garbage, and I saw it 2 times and I said, oh my God, this is really so sad that people have to do that. So then I thought, maybe I'm just going to, because you don't want to embarrass people, maybe buy like rice or things that they can need, and put that near the garbage as well, just bags of rice and stuff like that, so they can take and they have normal food. I mean, imagine having to go through people's garbage. Yeah, I already have cats. I adopted 2 cats. They're so lucky, those cats, I tell you. Um, but no, but yeah, you can always adopt. We have a lady here, a Belgium lady. She lives next door, and she adopted a kid from here. And he was all burned, and she took him in, and she's taking care of him. Yeah. There's so many stray cats, orphans. There's so much you can do, and I believe the universe has other plans for me. But you need to, at some point, life is not about you anymore. You need to give, right? You need to. take care of others. And if it's not your own children, it is about other, just people that need help, animals, people. It doesn't matter. But I believe that I am on a mission at the moment. I believe something is driving me. Well, we all know we believe in we believe in something, right? So, and I didn't used to believe, but I'm a believer now. Um, so, and I just follow where the universe is bringing me, I guess, and I just listen. But I have cats, yes. So I'm technically a cat lady, right? But I'm a very feisty cat lady. I'm a cat lady, yes. I am. I am. I'm a cat lady who's married to Nasdaq. So, but guys, it's really it's if you love watching the. Remember Strong Bring Me when you said, was it yesterday? Are you still here? And I was like, yeah, I'm still here. But it's really, I mean, I can tape read all day. I do get tired at some point a little bit, but I just love being after the charts. It's just, you learn so much from just tape reading and looking at price. And okay, now because it's two, please let me know if anyone interested to adopt me. Well, you never know. You have to make a nice profile about yourself. Okay, now let's see. I'm just curious, but there's not much to do, so we're not going to make it too long because I do want to see if we can get if it reaches that level or if it's just done, right? Because now this can be a rejection block. Well, I don't know. This is already a rejection. Let's see if it goes up. So now we have a new 4-hour candle. Hey, Penguin, I can, well, yeah, and the problem with men is most of the time the women, we stay healthier longer than the men, but you can have a paid help, right? You can pay someone to help you, but it's important to stay healthy. I mean, that's something you need a kid. Hey, listen, you can have kids and you go older and you don't see those kids anymore. Not everybody has nice kids. I know people that have very ugly, well, not ugly from ugly, but very nasty kids. They are demons. They just steal from their parents. They're horrible. So it's not, it's like if you have a nice kid, it's a gift, but it's not like it's a, if you get a kid, it's for a sure thing. You can get a very nasty kid as well. Yeah. If it would have happened at that time, I was in a very serious relationship, and we were actually planning to go there, and um, we were already living together. We were supposed to get married, and obviously, when we get married, the kids would have come. But then we broke up, and it took me. I was quite heartbroken. I mean, it was really that relationship really took quite a when that was over. I was single for quite a bit after that time because I was really like, oh my god. That really took me a couple of years to get over that relationship. Not that it was better to get, to break up, but um, I don't know. I was so far into that relationship, and I would have, and then I think, how old was I then? Yeah, and then I just my work came, and I was very serious with my career, and I had a lot of work that I did at that time, and I traveled a lot. But I think that was the only guy that I would have had kids with, um, and yeah, we just didn't work out, and I don't know. I never met anyone else that I wanted children with, to be honest. You have to have a good partner. It has to be, you just, I never had the urge like, oh my God, I just want kids. I know women have that, but for me, it was like the whole package. I really need, everything needs to be. And I even had a man, he offered me, he said, well, he says, I can't offer you a relationship, but I want you to be the mother of my children. He offered me a lot of money for that. And I said, and he says, no, it's like a contract. And he was actually a friend of mine, but I said, he says, no, but I really want you to raise my kids and I want you to be the mother. So, and I'm like, he says, yeah. And I said, yeah, but I believe in love. He says, no, no, that doesn't work in this world anymore. And he says, I'm offering we're friends, but, you will be the mother and, we have a contract and blah, blah, blah. And I just couldn't go for it. I just couldn't do it. I was still believing in the whole picture. I said, no, if it happens, it happens. And it didn't. It just didn't happen. But it was, for me, fine. So, yeah, it is how it is, I guess. But I think God has other plans for me, with me. I need to do other things, I guess. So I think that's how it works, right? We don't decide all those things. Those things are decided for us. I think so, right? But I could be. So So yeah, I need to help other things, other people, other creatures, other beings, and maybe I could not have done it if I got a child. I didn't have the freedom. I wouldn't have been in this position doing now what I'm doing. So yeah, but let's see, guys. Let's watch because I want to see because now we got the new 4 hour candle. Are we having the manipulation move or let's go to the 1 hour? I just want to see if it goes into this in that wick, right? So I graded that. Um, I'm going to pray when I'm back. We are continuing the kids situation. Well, I guess you're still very young, right? You're going to have a lot of kids most likely. Is it easy for you to find a wife there? Are you free to have your own choice? Or is it arranged marriage there? Hey, maybe I don't even know if I would be able to get children. You don't even know that, right? Some people can't get children. I mean, that's really sad. People that want children, they can't get children. Oh, you're going to pray now? Okay, go. Oh, Penguin, I don't know if I'm still here, but you guys can talk about. You guys should start making children. By the way, you should find a nice wife, fall in love, be happy, take good care of your wife, make beautiful children. Okay, guys, let's see. We hardly moved, right? Did you see that? We went out. You see, that's why I don't like this time of trading. You see, we went out of this area here at what was it? 120. We're almost 1 hour, and we're just 20 points higher. You see what I mean on the Thursday before NFP? Well, I don't mind tape reading, but do I like to trade this, be in a trade, and using my mental capital and trying to, yes, we can predict the move it's up, but see how slow it's going, and it's just such a little, um, it's just so minimal, right? So you don't want to be, You see again here, those flat tops, you have the wicks. It's like, it just needs like a delayed manipulation. A wick is a form of manipulation, right? So, Arafat, now I was asking about series, because I was what's the market situation? What does your analysis say? Yeah, I'm still bullish. I still want it to go up in this wick, right? So these are the percentages: 25, 33, 50, 66, 75. So I'm still bullish until we get more clarity. But like I said, it's the Thursday before NFP. This is my worst day analytically. I've made the most losses on this typical the Thursday first week of the month. So NFP week for me, I've lost most evaluations. I've lost funded accounts, and mostly on Thursday, because you're fighting and like it's really they constrain the market. They're holding the news back until tomorrow. But now it's even a weirder situation because now all those news items, those red folder news, are tentative because of the shutdown in the US. So normally you get a relief on Friday morning when the news comes. The market starts running again, and it's like a laxative, like a laxative for NQ, and then you can get really nice trades on Friday. But normally on Thursday, so I started this channel now for a couple of weeks back, but um, I did stream every day and also on Thursday, but I am more careful on Thursday now because I know I have my most of my losses are on this day, so it's better for me actually not to trade, but on stream I will because I need to do analysis and take trades and adjust my trading style. But um, full transparency, if I wouldn't be on stream, I just try to stay out of the market because I just know, even though I might miss a trade, but I save myself the probability of more losses. So, but you can see why, right? You can see exactly, even though it goes a little bit, it might go to one of those levels, but it might take the whole, we might sit here again till 4 o'clock almost, but we're not going to do that today. It's going to take its time just for 20 points. It's going to take 2 hours. Do you want to, we want to do something else with that time, right? What do you mean seriousness? Sure. No, I was talking about, um, I was just curious if you guys know any good new series, like to watch TV, like a movie or anything that is nice to, is there any good new series on, or just something that, nice movie that's nice to watch? So, because now we're gonna have to. So this is the thing with me. If I'm like, okay, I want it to go to one of those levels. I can sit here and just wait until it goes to one of those levels. But I would rather at some point think, you know what, let the market let if it wants to go to that level and take 3 hours, it's fine. I'm gonna watch a nice movie and just relax and do my journaling tomorrow and come back tomorrow for the last day of the week. Yeah. I don't understand. Yes, sure. Tell me what's about the seriousness, which things. I don't understand, honestly. Is it something that I said? I'm not about serious things right now. Come on, go to one of those levels. Oh, we're going to it's starting to creep up right now. Good. Wow. Were you afraid to have a baby with the wrong person? No. I it never after with a. I only wanted it with one relationship, to be honest. And it's never about fear. No, never about fear. It just didn't. With the other, I had other relationships, but it wasn't about. We were not in that position yet, maybe, or we didn't. It didn't just feel right, maybe. So I was never afraid, but it was just also. I think life just goes by, and I think life in Western society is a little bit different than where you guys are from. Um, it was more individualistic, and people don't think about those things, especially when they're young. It's more about traveling, career, and it comes at things are changing now. But in the time when I was that period of time, it was just different. And I'm not saying it's good, but I think it's just how life was. But I think it's also part of the downfall. Talking about Europe, when I talk about the downfall and why Europe maybe, I think that's also part why you see Europe is doing the way it's doing, is because of that mentality of the Western society. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's very individualistic. Yeah. I think people lost track of what's really important. And maybe I was, when I was younger, maybe I was part of that society, I guess, and to put it that way. Um, but I don't regret anything. I have zero regrets of any decision that I made in life. I just accept and um, yeah, if it's for me, I really feel like I'm being, the universe will tell me what I need to do, and if it wasn't having kids, it's not having kids, I guess. Yeah. Red 2, 3 sides of Anna equalizer. Okay, red 2, 3 sides of Anna. 2, 3. Okay, the equalizer I've heard of. Have you seen the new series of Dexter? I love Dexter, but I think he has a new. There's a new. Is it Dexter Resurrection or something? No, when you have a certain life, you want all. Yeah, you want luxury, and I don't care. I don't care about luxury anymore. I just want a roof over my head. I want some good food, healthy food. I want to do some nice things, but what do you need? Now look, if it's going to go into that level. So that's why you always have to grade those wicks, right? I just want to show you again. So when you see this large wicks here, you grade it. Boom. It's called a premium wick. And you see now the new 4-hour candle is going into this wick. It didn't touch it yet, right? Okay. Um, you're missing a lot of information for especially when you have to use those wicks on the 4-hour and on the daily. That gives you a lot of information. But you don't have to look at it all day, right? You just look at the 4-hour every. So when do you have a new 4-hour candle? 2 o'clock. Right. Okay. So let's say, for example, you live in Ghana. So let's say you have London time. So important for you are the 2 a.m., the 6 a.m., the 10 a.m., the 2 a.m. So you don't have to check them all day, but you do when you start your day. I would just definitely look at them, and then every 4-hour, when there's a new candle, you do check. Okay, what did the last candle do? But you don't have to look at them all the time. But I would have a chart with the 4-hour and just look at them. And start. You do. I think it's wise to do start your day with the daily, and you have to, you note down your daily lows and highs, and you go 3 days back, um, and then the 4-hour, and then the 15 minute. You do have to. It gives you if you're just on the 1 minute all the time, you don't have any. You're not zoomed out. You cannot see what's really going on. You're missing a lot of information. Oh, yeah, this candle. There's always one of those manipulation moves around this time. But I think we're still going up though. We just created it didn't take out a low. So this is typical. So you see how nasty this price action is. So we've just gone up. Okay, now we're up 30 points. But you see how long it takes? It takes 1.5 hours, and we just moved 30 points. It's just not worth it to really trade this. Um, I'm actually really happy that I didn't have any internet interference or power outage today. And well, it's just raining now. It's not storming. So that's really, I'm very thankful for that, so that I could do the stream. Um, and I'm really curious about tomorrow, guys, because of the shutdown and that they don't have any news because of the government is not working, and the government, those entities are the ones that provide the news, but they don't have it right now because they're all shut down. It's crazy stuff going on, but so yeah, I'm very curious about tomorrow. I'm definitely going to do London again, and yeah, then today again I did the PM and the lunch session, so I skipped the AM session, but I'll see what is best tomorrow. What to do? I don't want to do all day. I mean, it's a little bit too long, I think. I also get very at some point I just get tired, and then so tomorrow I really want to trade. I really um so I actually want to pass my evaluation tomorrow. Try to see if I can get it done tomorrow. Um, have to be a little bit more aggressive because I just wanted to, so then I can have a new funded as well on Monday. Um, Now I do want to see it hit that 75% or the 25. Let's see, or 25 is how you. I just want to see get into that level. But you see, guys, that it's really not worth it um, to trade this price action, right? I mean, yeah. When there are holidays, I want to try China, specifically the Xinjiang province. Urumqi and many more would be cool with the flow. Oh yeah, Guangzhou, yeah, yeah. China is fascinating. I think there's so many nice places in the world to visit. It's funny why China specifically? Why do you have that on your bucket list? And Urumqi, I never heard of Urumqi, by the way. What is there? How did you get interested in that area? That's so interesting. So how did you get interested in China and specifically those areas? What is it that you really attracted you, or you want to look for that? Ooh, I just said the storm is gone, and suddenly it starts. It's like, okay, I shouldn't have said that. Guangzhou, yeah. I agree. Yeah. Well, who knows? It might come sooner than you think, right? Have you traveled a lot, or have you do? I mean, Do you travel a lot in Ghana? Is it like, do you have like, because Ghana, you have a coast, right? Or am I confused now? Um, I'm gonna Google it. Yeah, you have a coast. Accra is on the coast. That's how the world works, right? We always want to. People are like from South Africa. Why would you want to go to South Africa? And they want to go to the Netherlands, and I want to leave the Netherlands and go to South Africa. Um, oh, you're in Accra? Okay. Um, um, this is how the world works. We all want to go elsewhere where it's also how, yeah, where things are, it's just, it's very funny. Okay, guys, I think we should leave it because it's going to take a long time. I think it's going to work its way into that week. I don't think it's done yet, but it's going to take its old sweet old time. It's just going to use the whole 1.5 more hours that we have to go. So I don't think it's worthwhile just to, I mean, I really enjoy, I'm just here because you guys are here, but, um, I think we should, leave. I mean, I feel like, I just want to watch a movie and watch a series and just get my mind off, not off the charts, but just do something different a little bit. But again, it is really fun. I can really, how many hours have we sit? 3 hours. See, time really goes fast. And I'm just, we didn't even trade really and just sitting here 3 hours and just having fun with you guys. But I think that's enough for today, don't you think? I need to call my boyfriend as well. You can charge from us. No, I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. Really, I do. They say always when you have a new YouTube channel, I guess that's why I wanted to know who the number 50 was. They say your first 50, especially, are very, you always know them. Yeah, price action is BS. Um, but I just wanted to know who number 50 was because it's sort of like, a very special number, I guess, when you have your new channel. But somebody, that person didn't say, and I didn't see it on screen. So, I don't know. I think I have over 6 new subscribers in this. So, but yeah, it's nice to get to know it. And, you don't want to grow too. I mean, for me, it's like, obviously you want to grow. It will be, but it's for me. I enjoy this more than, it's not about just growing because what's the point in just having just a bunch of weirdos in the chat you don't even know. And I sometimes go into other people's and I see the chats of, oh my God, I do not want that BS in my chat. I can be very nasty, but you'll probably see me get nasty at some point, or you will see me probably, me now by now a little bit. You'll probably see, oh my God, now I think she's like going to say something. When you know me a little bit, you'll see from how I behave that you're like, uh oh, ooh, ooh. But I always try to stay very civil. But hey, if you give me bullshit, I don't know. You know, I have free speech in chat. People can say anything they want, but if they spam and they just copy paste bullshit and harass my the people that are in my chat, ooh, but they can say whatever they can. You know, if they don't like me and they want to say, I don't care. It's free speech. But spamming and being really like the stupid stuff, like oh my god, I cannot deal with stupidity. I really cannot. I mean, and you know, and I mean really like, well, you know what I mean. I think I don't have to explain it, but I have to be nice on the stream. I have to sometimes pretend, maybe. That time will come, I guess, when you start growing a little bit, right? Yeah. So for me, it's and especially you know, I like it also. You guys are very young, and I like to see that there's young people into trading, and that is good because it gives you perspective for your future. That's really good to see. And I just enjoy, but you know, you have to be careful as well. I know. So but it's all good. And yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave it here because I'm a little bit fed up with this consolidation. I would rather, Tyler also being like that, he was insulting an Indian guy back and forth. It was bad. Yeah, so that's why I stay away from social media. It's very toxic, and you know, at least here in the chat I can control it. And you know, also because what I like, because the stream is, you know, it's a little bit small. You don't get the well, I say scammers, but the people that want to bullshit in a chat, if they see this is just a small group, they're not interested because they really want to, you know, they go to the larger chats. So the moment you start to get bigger, then you get those. You can get these really weird people in the chat that they just come into the chat just to, you know, to be annoying and stuff like that. The time will come. I know that day, and I will have that day that I'm. Oh my God, you know it. You have like a certain amount you grow, and then you're like, okay, that's the double-edged sword, right? You get that same bullshit. You might need a moderator at some point in the chat and things like that. But let's see how far we can take it without that BS. And you know what? I would rather have less people and have a nice group instead of um, a big number and have all that bullshit. And I would rather just say something that scares them off. And they're like, oh, I'm not gonna support that bitch. You know that they think that way, and then they go away. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how long we can keep it nice, right, in the chat. But anyway, it was fun again hanging out with you guys. We learned a lot again, and I love chatting to you guys. I really enjoy it. And yeah, I'll most likely see you guys tomorrow if we are able to hang out. I will be most London is a sure thing, and then I have to figure out what's the best time again. It will be AM session or maybe a little bit later. We'll see. I will have a look at what the news is doing with the U.S. government and plan accordingly. But yeah, keep an eye on on my ugly thumbnail. Anyway, I'll talk to you tomorrow again. Um, it was fun again hanging out. Yeah, guys, have a lovely evening and stay safe and enjoy your evening. Bye bye.